The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hi guys, good evening to all of you. Am I audible? Good evening to all of you. Am I audible, guys? Yes, sir, I'm listening from a go to. Okay, fine, guys, no issues. Okay, sorry for the delay, guys. So, what we are discussing in the last session. Yes. Can you confirm whether my screen is visible or not? Selvam, can you confirm once?
Yes, sir. Now it's visible.
Okay. Crystal clear. Okay, guys. So yesterday, what we studied in the session, we studied about the to-do application. Correct? We did one to-do application. So can you tell me, please, how many of you will be will we are able to understand the to-do applications? Honestly, just tell me. If you want some revision on this, please do let me know that. Now let me check the chat. Please do let me know, guys. Fine. Moving on, moving forward. Okay. Uh, Yesterday, one more thing was remaining. That is edit to do. Correct? That was edit to do. Now, for edit, let's see how to write an edit or how to write for an edit to do. Okay. So in our application, what I showed you as a demo, what we did is that we have a pop-up. Correct, we have a pop-up from the top. Alert window was there, and there we have to edit our project. Fine, there we have to edit our that project, and then we have to add submit it, and then it was reflected the edited one was reflected on our browser. Correct. So how to do that? Okay, first of all, tell me, if we want to edit, so we are editing all of the to do's or we are just editing one to do? Tell me, we have to edit all the to do's, or do we have to just edit one to do? Like, how we should write the function, keeping in mind of all the to do's or keeping in mind just one to do's? Suppose I want to write hi and add it. Correct. Now this hi I want to edit it. Correct. This hi I want to edit it, so I need the information of this particular to do. How I'll get the information about this to do is what? ID. Correct. It's value ID. Fine. So we will again write a function. Now we are particular about the to do's. Since we were particular about the delete, which to do you want to delete, we passed an ID. Similarly over here also, if we want to edit, we want an ID over here because we want to edit it. Correct. Fine. So now this time what I'm going to do, I'm not going to write it over here inside our app.jsx. Okay, we are not going to write it over here inside our app.jsx. What we are going to do is that we are going to write it inside our display to do. Okay, so can you tell me what can you tell me what we needed to update a to do? What function or what state value we needed to update the to do's?
Sir. Hello.
Yes, Selva.
You are audible and then screens are visible.
Uh-huh. No, I've asked them one question, sir.
Okay.
Uh, Okay. No, no replies. Whatever do you musical vibes? Fine. not reply, no reply, it's okay. We need this function because set to do's is possible. Set to do is responsible for updating our to do's. So what we will do, we will send this set to do inside our display to do. Fine. So what I will write, I'll write set to do's is equal to set to do's. Fine. This is what we have to write it, correct? Now we have to accept the to do's over here. Fine. On the display to do, we have to accept over here. Okay. We have to accept over here and then write the functionality. The functionality will be what? To edit the to do. So function handle edit to do. Fine. Handle edit to do. Then over here we'll have an ID. Correct. Okay. Over here we have an ID. Const description is equal to, I'll write prompt window. Fine. Remember the prompt window, guys. Prompt window. And over here you write update your to do. Fine. Update your to do. Okay. After this, whatever you are getting in the description, obviously you will get a string value, correct? Obviously you will get a string value. That string value I need to update it. So see how we are going to update it. What I will write, I will write set to do's. In this, take each and every to do's. Fine. Take each and every to do's, and on each and every to do's, sorry. Okay. Each and every to do's. So you do to do's dot map method. Fine. Dot map method in a single to do. Okay. Take a single to do now, one by one to do, and check whether the to do ID is triple equal to do dot ID is triple equal to what? To do. Sorry, ID, whatever the ID you are getting. Fine. If it is triple equal to do, then what you have to do? Then we have to update dot to do comma uh, uh, with the description, with the updated value. Otherwise you just return the to do. As simple as that, guys. What I did, so I wrote set to do, and you know that we have to write a callback function in order to update it efficiently. In order to update it efficiently, we need to write a callback function, correct? In this callback function, what I did, I wrote to do's dot map method, in which each to do we are accessing, one by one to do we are accessing, and we are checking which to do's ID is equal to the ID what we have selected to edit. If that ID is going to match, then what we will do, we'll use a spread operator and update our description. We'll use a spread operator and update our description. Otherwise, what we will do, we will return the to do as it is. Fine. As it is, we are going to do what? Return this. Fine. And over here, when you go for this particular fine uh, button, so on click property, okay, over here, call this method, call this on edit, on edit, what we have written, handle edit to do, handle edit to do, and then what you have to do, you have to write to do dot underscore, sorry, and to do dot id. Okay, to do dot id, guys. Now you see, if I just refresh it, correct, and I write hello, fine, add it. Okay, and if I click on this, so see here, update your to do, it is coming. I'll write it as hi. Okay, you see it has been updated. Simple as that. Guys, understood? Can you please reply on YouTube if anybody is watching over there? Okay, one reply I got. Fine. Thank you guys for replying. Okay. This is about your to-do application, correct? This is how we have done. We have achieved our functionalities to display the to-do, edit the to-do, fine. To display the to-do, edit the to-do, add the to-dos, and delete the to-dos. Fine. So this again helps you to understand so many concepts. First concept is your how did you manage your uh, that input tag. How did you manage your controlled element? Fine. How did you manage your controlled element? Second, it help you to understand what is the lifting of the state. Fine. Why we lift up the state, why it was necessary to write the to-dos over state over here in the app.jsx, why it was necessary. So these things are some of the not complex things, these things are some of the basic things of React that you should know. Okay. Now let me show you how we can react, means how we can store this value inside our local storage. Correct. So in our browser we do have local storage, guys. Yes, we do have local storage where you can actually keep some values. Now it doesn't mean if you are want to keep the value you will keep 1 GB of data, 2 GB of, no, it is very limited. Correct. It is very limited over here, and that and very limited data you have to store. Okay, very limited data you have to store. So let's see how we can do that. Okay, let's see how we can do that. So tell me guys one thing over here, is this you is that local storage is a part of our project or it's a part of our web application? Okay, first of all, I will give you a hint that it is a side effect. Okay, what hook help us to help us to include this side effects inside our website? Which hook help us to write the side effects inside our website? See guys, right click. If I right click, go for inspect button, correct. Over here, go for application. Fine, go for what? Application, and you will see one thing over here, local storage. Fine, local storage. Then you will see session storage. Then you will have extension storage, cookies. So many type of storage is there, but it not will take so much of data. It will just take a few KB of data. Okay, so that few KB, I just want to store it so that what will happen is that if we refresh it, our date or our particular whatever the to dos we have written, it should not get removed, it should not be dissolved. Fine. So here what is happening, if I refresh it, that to do what we have written is got dissolved, it doesn't appear, it deleted. Fine. Now we want to keep the value, we will take the help of local storage. Now how local storage is written, let's see. Fine, how local storage is written, let's see. Fine. So we will take the, first of all, how local storage means, when you want this data, you want this data whenever the first time this whole application renders. That is the time when you want this data to appear. All the to-dos which is written inside our local storage, those data you want to appear when the first time the website is loaded. Okay, so can I say that in the use state over here, this is the first thing what will appear inside our to-dos. Now it is an empty array. Can we write something, can we write some callback functions which will help us to fetch, to take the data from our to-dos from our local storage and show it over here? And yes, definitely you can do that inside your use state. What you have to do, you have to just write like this, a callback function in which you just have to write const to-dos, or you can write saved to-dos. Fine, you have to write save to do is equal to local storage. Fine, local storage again given by JavaScript dot get item. Fine, dot get item, and then what item you want? You want to do's. Fine, the key value pair I will write. You write key. Fine, and then what you do? Return. Fine, return save to do. If it is there, save to do's. If it is there, then JSON dot parse. Fine, JSON dot parse, and what? Saved it to do. Otherwise you just write an empty array. This is how you will get the to do. When you will get the to do, when the first time the website is being loaded. Now whatever the to dos you are writing, those all things will be recorded inside our local storage directly. Now here we have actually get the to dos. Here we have written how to get the to dos. Now we will write how to add the to dos. Whatever the to dos you are writing, how to add those to dos inside our local storage. Fine. So for that, we are going to take the help of use effect, which is going to handle the side effect. Side effect are those functions which is not associated with React or JavaScript directly. But it is associated with the web. Now in the web, I show you guys now we have some default functions like timeout, like local storage, like session storage. All those kind of things are there. Fine. DOM is there. Okay. So over here, we'll write a use effect. Okay, so over here we'll write local storage, and to do's. Fine, take to do's and to do's. Sorry, my bad. local storage dot set items. Fine. Set item. Fine. From where these items will come? So this items, first of all, you have to write the key value, that is to do's. Okay. Then you have to write the values, comma. You have to write JSON dot stringify, means you are converting into JSON object, and fine, and you are converting your to do's. Fine. And who will, if when the to do's is updating, to do's is updating, you write it. So over here you write to do's. um, I have one to do already there, that's why I'm writing to do's internship. Fine. That's why I'm writing, so that you can find identify it. So that's why I'm writing to do's internship. This is what key value. Okay, over here also same key value. Let's see. Okay, there is an error, guys. Use effect is not defined. So use effect we have not imported, correct? So just write control and space, okay, and then insert it. Okay, now you write hi, add it, guys. So you see over here it has been added. If you refresh it, it should not go. So you see it is not going anywhere. Why? Because in the application, if you go to the local storage, you see to do internship and it has been written hi, and the ID value is also given. This is how you can actually store the data inside your local storage. You have to call the data inside your use state or the state you are updating. Then you have to call, then you have to set the data inside your local storage. Now remember, you have to update the data as a JSON format data, and you have to get the data as an uh, you have to get the data as an object format data. That's why we have used json.stringify, which is converting the data inside our object, and then we have used json.parse, which is converting the data inside as an object. Sorry, correct. Converting json.parse is converting the JSON into object. Json.stringify is converting object into JSON. Is that clear, guys? Is that clear? Yes, yes, use effect API. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, over here everybody is replying fine. I cannot see today's go-to, but your queries will be get replied fine. So don't worry about that. Your queries will be get replied by our Selvam sir. So don't worry about that. Did you understand or not over here? You tell me. Now you can make this more complex. You can write a fetch application, a fetch. You can create a backend over here in the to do, and then you can fetch a request to get your datas. Instead of not storing inside our local storage, you can get your datas. Okay, so next up, we are going to talk about single page application, guys. Yes, what is this single page application? Okay, fine. Which is called SPA, if you have heard of single page application. Okay, see here. What is this single page application? Okay, see what, first of all, let's understand a single page application, what it is. So single page application means what? Every website you visit is a single page operation. Every website you visit, any website nowadays, recent website nowadays, if you visit, all of them are single page application. Means what? Only one HTML is rendering. Okay, only one HTML or only one HTML is rendering. The contents are changing. That's all what we call as a single page application. But before, like traditionally it was not the case before React, right? Before React, it was not the case. What happened before React is that first you write, suppose you went to this webstackacademy.com page, full stack page, fine. This page you went, okay. Now this is one page, means one HTML, CSS and JavaScript you have written for this particular page. Fine. When you go to upskilling the course, when you go for upskilling the course, you have this page again, the whole page is again been written. Fine, again been written. And what browser does is that they leave the context of the previous page, and the new page from the starting it has been updated. From the starting it has been what? The whole HTML, CSS and JavaScript, the new DOM values and everything is been created. Then you again go to the next page, third page. What happens again? What happens is that updation of that updation HTML, CSS and JavaScript of the new page again get updated inside our browser. So what happened with this? Why this was problem? Because the load on the browser will increase, and since the load on the browser is increasing, your website will load very slow. That was the problem over here. Each and every page you have to design from scratch. Each and every page you have to design from scratch. Now see over here, see one thing, just focus on one thing. Is, can you tell me whether this will change or not? Fine, this whole, please see my cursor, with this whole will change or not. See, if I go for like higher trainees, tell me this value is changing, this value, no, this value is not changing. But if you remember, if without single page application, if you go for the second page, you have to again create these things, this whole navigation bar. This whole navigation bar, again you have to write, again you have to code, and again you have to do some everything. That was a problem. That was a problem. So in the traditional multiple page application, clicking the link causes the browser to request completely the new HTML page from the server. Okay, which results to a full page refresh. Full page refresh. But this is not the case of SPA. SPA is what? Single page application in React. Fine, which loads a single HTML and dynamically update the content as per the user interacts with it. Okay, suppose not see this page, this whole page is not an SPA page. What happens now? This one time when you load the website, fine, when you first time load the website, one HTML has been loaded. HTML, CSS, JavaScript has been loaded over here. Correct. HTML, CSS and JavaScript has been loaded over here. Now what will happen when I click on the placement? Now not the whole HTML is being rendering. Not whole HTML is rendering. whatever the changes we have made, whatever the changes we have kept, only that changes is been updated, not the whole page. That is the power of single page application. Now browser don't have to again recreate the whole HTML CSS content. Only JavaScript is helping to update the data. Okay, now you see guys, if I go for reviews, fine, now you see feels slow, it feels a little slow over here. Okay, now I will go to the placement, and again I will go for the reviews. Now it is a little fast. Why? Because one time the HTML was loaded, first time it will take time, second time if you again visit to the same website, it will be cached, some data will be retained. Fine. So this is what the difference in the single page application and the traditional multi-page application. Nowadays, React, with the help of React, we are actually creating a single page application. Fine. And guys, how do we see? How do we differentiate between one page to another page? It's because of this routes. Now you see one thing. See one thing over here. If we go to webstackacademy.com, this is the whole website you are getting. Fine. Now you see, I will only change the route. Fine. What I will do, I will click on the placement. Now you see the route has been changed. We have added some endpoints over here. What we have added? We have added some endpoints over here. We have added some data over here. Placement. So what does this refer? That in the placements, whenever we are touching this route, which is webstackacademy.com/placement, at that moment this HTML should be loaded, or this HTML should be replaced with the other HTML what was loaded previously. Again, not the whole HTML, only whatever the changes were made there only we have to update it. Now if you see this chat pop-up, this sorry, WhatsApp pop-up, this chat pop-up, this what you call footer, this footer will not change anything, and this navigation bar will not change. In between, whatever the content is there, those are changing, only those are changing. Fine. Now we will go to upskilling the course. You see, upskilling the course, different endpoint, and the datas are also different over here. But the top data, which is our navigation bar, and the bottom data, which is our footer, or the chat application, or the WhatsApp application pop-up, all those things never change. Fine. So this is in our React is called routing. Routing, and it means what? You can build a whole application and then route it so that you can understand a whole application. Fine. You can have a whole application. If you want to give functionalities in different pages, you can give it with the help of routing, and these all contribute to create a single page application. This everything contributes in what? Creating a single page application. For that, what is one third party library is there called React Router DOM. This is what it is helping us to create the routings. One more is there. There are actually many. One more is there, which is popular, Stack Router. Fine. A powerful React router. See, React router for client side and full stack React application. Full type safe APIs, first class search params for managing state in the URL, and seamless integrating with the existing React ecosystem. This is, and the most popular one is actually this React router DOM. And that's what we are going to learn. How routing is being take place, how routing is working. Okay, so understood, guys, the introduction to React routing. Is there any doubt you want to ask anything? Understood? Just don't simply tell in order to get I will leave the class. Just tell me honestly whether you understood or not. Just 1 second, guys. Okay, now how to write it? Now how to write it, correct? So let's create one more application, fine. And let's see how to write the React routing, okay, fine. So let's move on to our coding. Internship, not internship project. Okay, we'll go to React, right click, create a new file, create a new folder, 03 routing. Okay, right click, open an integrated terminal. Before this, I'll close this one. Okay, and I will delete this one. I'll close this also. Okay, so npm create wheat at the rate latest, fine. So it will ask me for something, some permissions. So project name will be dot forward slash react and javascript, no, yes, enter. So it will take it time and it will create a new application. Okay, it has been now started. We can also check. So it is running. Here also you will get a count one. So it is running fine. Now what I will do in the src app.jsx, I'll minimize this one. Okay, all right. RAFCE, fine, control Z. In React. Okay, okay, it is coming. Now in app.css, control A, delete, and index.css, control A, delete. Okay, so guys, see here how to first of all add. See, this is a third party library, React router DOM. It is not available in React directly. That's why the third party integration we have to do. Okay, fine. So see how we can install it. So it is telling we have to write this npm, not this one. Okay, do one thing. You write, okay, npm react router DOM. So this first will open, and you see how we have to import it. You have to write npm I react router DOM. Fine. Copy this. Okay. Now open this one. Okay. Close. Go and close this thing. Control C. Control V. Okay. So npm I create react router DOM. Enter. So what will happen in the package.js? Package.json over here, you can see a react router DOM is coming. Correct? Okay. Fine. Now let's start writing it. Everything will close. We'll again run this application. npm run dev. Fine, it is running. Now guys, what I told you, on some pages, the HTML is defined. Fine, whatever the pages you want to show, on those pages you have to define your HTML. So first of all, let's write some HTML over here. Okay. So no, we'll write over here. Okay. Function. Suppose you want to show home. The function home, correct, like this. Fine. And return tag what? H1. Okay. Home. Fine. Home. Then function about, return what? H1 tag. Okay, over here, and H1 tag, and I will write about. Suppose 2-3 pages I want to show you. Correct? Home, about, contact us. So function contact, sorry, us, return h1 tag, contact us. Fine. And then we'll write our app.js. So app.js or RAFCE, you can write directly. Okay, sorry. It has been written now on top. No need to write again over here. So what I want to do is that, see, what I want to do is that I want to write a navigation bar. Fine. A navigation bar. In this navigation bar, you can either write like this, link. Fine. Uh, okay. Actually, I want to write like this. See. Um, home. Okay. Home. About. Okay. And then contact us. Okay. This is what I want to write. Okay. Home, about, contact us. Now see how it is going to be reflected on my screen. So home, about, contact us. Now if you click on this, you're not going anywhere. If you see, if I click on this, I'm not going anywhere, but these are all what, a type of pages. If I click on this page, it should show me something different. If I click on another some page, it should show me something different, some different content it should show. Correct. So I'm not able to do that. So let's make a navigation bar. Okay, let's make a navigation bar. So what I will write, I'll write a nav bar, a navigation, nav nav. Fine. In this navigation, I will write, we have something called as link. Okay, now this link actually will be coming from our React router DOM. Okay, so we can import it. Import link, fine, from React router DOM. Okay, this is what we have to do. Now in this link, we have just like anchor tag it is, no, just like that the link is there. So we have to write to where, to our forward slash, means to our home page. Fine, forward slash means to our default page. Forward slash means what, to our default page. So default page we will write as a home. Fine, over here we have to write like this, opening and closing tag. Okay, and over here I will write home, or home page. Means what, means what, whenever I click on this button, this link that is home page, it should redirect me to the home page. Where it should redirect, it should redirect me to the home page. Okay, similarly next two times, link home page, and then if I write about page, I can also write contact us page, contact page. And over here, see guys, I am going to write the routings. So this is about, so when you click on this particular link, this particular about page, it should redirect the link to this forward slash about. And if I write forward slash contact, fine, it should redirect me to the contact page. Fine, so let's see. Now you see, okay, something's wrong. Base name. Okay. Ah, correct. Sorry. Okay, see guys, okay, we need to wrap this code inside our browser router. Fine. Browser router is again coming from React router DOM, which will helps to add the functionalities of all the React router. So your main application, fine, your main application should be combined, should be inside this browser router. Okay, browser router. So this is the first step. You have to wrap this main code inside your browser router. After that, you do whatever you want to do, you can do. Okay, fine. So browser router. Now see what is happening. Now see over here, my cursor. Can you see my cursor? Over here, you see what will it show? If I go to the home page, it is showing me localhost 5173, means it is the home page. If I go to about page, it is showing me localhost 5173 / about, means if I have to, if I click on this about page, what should happen? It will go to this about page, and that time it should load whatever you have written inside this about page. That should be loaded. Fine, that should be loaded. Then if you click on this contact page, what should happen? See here, routes has been, it has been routed towards / contact. It has been routed towards where? / contact. So there it should show us the data. Fine, there it should show us the data. In that, whatever the data you want, you have written, that it should show. And in the home page, it should show the data according to the home page. Correct? Correct. That functionality we have not written. We have just written you link, means you are going from one page to another page. Fine. How to write those functionality where when you are navigating to the different page, that time the particular HTML should be loaded. So for that, you have to actually write the routes. For that, you have to write routes. Again, this routes will be coming from where? Again, from React router DOM. In this routes, you have to specify single route. Fine, you have to specify what? Single route. Again, route is coming from. In this, what you have to do, you have to specify what is the path. The path is /. In this /, what element is going to be rendered? What element is going to be rendered, guys? Can you tell me? This element is called home page. Correct? Now you see, if I click on, see, it is now in the home page, guys. So if you refresh it, it is showing you home page. If you go to about page, it is not showing you home page. If you click on the home page, it is showing you home page. Correct? This is what I was telling. Now if I write the same thing for path about, in the about path we have to write what? Element. What element should be calling? About element. Fine, about element. And for contact us or contact, you make sure this two and this path is same. Make sure that wherever you are writing button, link, something like that, make sure it is same. So path / contact element, what we want to render. So we want to render contact us. Now you see. Now if we go to about page, it is showing you about. If I go to contact page, it is showing you contact. Now you see, is this changing? Is this changing, or is this refreshing for a small second? No, nothing is happening. So it means this is what we have created, a single page application where this data is changing, but not this data. This data is static. Whatever we want to change, that element only is getting rendered, and wherever the space we have given to render it, there only it is getting rendered. Understood, guys? Did you understand? See, about page, contact page, home page. Small code. See, routing we have added. What we have added? Routing. Is is it clear, guys? Do you have any doubt? Please do ask me, guys. So we'll fine. We'll end this session over here only because I'm not that well. Fine. So you today you learned about the routing, correct? Yes. Fine. So tomorrow we'll discuss the Redux and maybe we will start our project. Okay. We'll discuss the Redux and then we will start our project, and that too in the project we are going to first discuss about the backend. We are going to write the code in directly with the backend. Okay. So in the backend, whatever the code will come, that I will explain you how to write it. Basically the authentication part it is. Fine. So sorry for the inconvenience. Fine. Tomorrow we'll continue it. Redux state management. Tomorrow we'll continue with, then the React we will end and we'll start our project. In the project, let's see front end or back end what we can write. And guys, those who have doubt that what project we are going to build, so whatever the project I will build for you, I help you to write the code. That project only you have to submit and then you will get a certificate. Understood? The project what I will teach you, that project you have to submit. If you want to tweak, that you can tweak. If you want to add more functionality, that also you can do. If you want to change the CSS, that also you can do. Whatever you want to do, but whatever the minimum functionalities I will teach you, those minimum functionalities should be actually at least should be done and submitted by you. And I'm not asking it should be deployed. At least it should run inside localhost. Fine. So thank you guys for attending the session. You can leave it. Thank you. Those who have doubt, please feel free to ask. Internship certificate you didn't get. Okay, can you post it in LMS? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Project Aquila I have explained in yesterday's session. You can go and watch. Tomorrow we'll start the project, doing it, coding it. Thank you, Rupika, Akila. After completing of the project, Vijay, we give you 2 weeks time to submit it. Yesterday's project, whatever we are going to start, that only is included as your project submission. Okay. Thank you guys. You can leave.